Hello and welcome. This is Jibber. Enjoy this video while I try to inform you and debrief you on how and why every class can be used effectively and can change the tide of battle when used correctly. Many classes are underestimated and underused, while some are used repeatedly and often incorrectly. Listen carefully. The Scout. This class skill should be used sparingly. Knowing enemy locations and numbers before engaging can give you the upper hand in battle, allowing you to better plan your attack. The passive skill will also help you detect poltergeists, track an enemy that is trying to run or hide, and can be used to draw in the enemy. To defend against this class skill, try to move around as much as possible and wait for an enemy to close in on your location. Watch for someone following your tracks. Combine this class with the Sleuth mod, or a sniper rifle, to embrace the Scout's role. The Clown. This is pretty straightforward and quite commonly used. It can be thrown before engaging to distract an enemy. It can draw enemies out of buildings or from behind cover. Additionally, it can alert you of enemy traps or confuse a scout, and can deter enemies from approaching in some situations or locations. To defend against this class skill, keep moving and do not engage the zombies until you have taken down the enemy. Combine this class with an ally smoke bomber to slow your enemies while they are being attacked by the zombies. The Medic. This class skill can be used productively during and after a battle. The passive skill, allowing you to heal yourself and revive allies much faster, could save your life on the battlefield. Additionally, this class skill can be used during a battle to distract an enemy and coax them to advance on a location, or to slowly recover your health in a shootout or when you are caught in a trap, as well as saving adrenaline after a battle when HP is still above 100, or helping you survive outside of the safe zone. To defend against this class, do not rush in when you see the enemy use the skill, and take any advantage to kill a downed opponent. Combine the Medic with Refiter class for excellent team support. The Ninja. This class is both aggressive and tactical. The passive skill silences your footsteps and makes it extremely difficult for the enemy to detect you without using the class. This is useful if you need to escape or if you are trying to get up close and personal. The class skill can be used not only to gain the advantage in positioning, such as rooftops or towers, but you can also grapple toward or behind the enemy to confuse them and throw off their aim. This is also useful to escape from a safe zone, and can be used strategically to engage your wingsuit by grappling treetops. To defend against this class, watch the high ground or rooftop, and keep an eye on the ninja once you have spotted them. Combine this class with a sniper or shotgun to use the advantage of positioning, and use suppressors or silence mods to embrace the stealthy approach. The Defender. This class is one of the most commonly used, simple and aggressive. Not only does it give you the upper hand in battle by flashing the enemy and forcing them to refocus their aim, but it can also be used to gain cover when healing or reviving an ally in an open area, especially from snipers. To defend against this class, move around as much as possible when flashed, or unload your weapon with hipfire. This will hopefully force them to hide, and with some luck, hurt or kill them, class with close-range weapons to better utilize the advantage of the skill. The Mechanic. This is an aggressive class. Do not use this to detect an enemy. It will only give away your location. This class should be used prior to engaging as you are advancing on an enemy. It will force them to hipfire, and you should look to take them down from approximately 100 meters. Just enough range for ADS to be necessary, but close enough for the drone to move in quickly. To defend against this class, get in close enough to hipfire the enemy, or escape the EMP field as soon as possible. Combine this with rocket launchers or grenades to utilize the passive skill. The Trickster. This class is both aggressive and defensive. The passive skill can be extremely useful, hearing enemies approaching before they can hear you, allowing you to prepare beforehand. The class skill can be used to distract the enemy while you escape or revive an ally, but can also be used to give away your enemy's position, watching for them to fire upon your holograms. You can confuse your enemy in battle with the skill, but you must use this from behind cover, or they can track the real you. The same applies to movement. If you jump or slide, you have just shown them which one is real. To defend against this class, watch the movements of all three and wait for the real one to shoot, slide, or strafe. Combine this with the runner mod for extreme movement speeds. Airborne. The skill is diverse. It can be used both aggressively and defensively. However, it is often misused. This skill class should not be used to gain ground, such as approaching an airdrop or chip terminal as fast as possible. You should instead use the Airborne as a means of escape or ambush only. Unless otherwise, reaching some high ground for a sniping position or when caught in the storm outside of the safe zone. To defend against this skill, either throw grenades if the enemy is retreating, or hide under trees. If this is used to ambush you, combine this skill with a shotgun or SMG to utilize the ambush approach, or a sniper rifle if seeking a high position. Trapmaster. Another class that is commonly used. Of course, this is a more defensive class. The passive skill can be useful, helping allies use their skills more frequently. The class skill is of course effective when holding a building, or when otherwise waiting for the enemy to come to you. However, it is best to utilize to ambush the enemy, planting traps around unopened airdrops, loot boxes, enemy tags, or vehicles. You can also use the traps to restrict the enemy's movement in a gunfight. To defend against this skill, listen for the traps to be placed down and never rush in. Use cluster grenades to clear a path if you suspect traps are nearby. Combine this class with grenades to herd the enemy into your traps. Poltergeist. This class is aggressive when used tactically. Many people make the mistake of thinking they can hide or escape while using this class skill. especially when collecting ally tags. This is actually best used to alert the enemy and make them panic, while gaining a flanking position to attack them. Do not forget that you are still visible, you can still be seen, and remember that using the class skill will warn the enemy team that you are nearby. Timing is very important. To defend against this class, stay calm and wait for them to reveal themselves to you, unless you already know where they are. Combine this with a runner mod and a good medium-range assault rifle to utilize its ability to flank and ambush. Smoke Bomber, a very common aggressive class. This class's skill will freeze a battle, which can help or hinder either team. Remember, your allies cannot see through the smoke, so you may want to use this sparingly. This is extremely useful to immobilize an enemy team and take maximum advantage of an ambush or to revive a downed ally. It can also be used to distract an enemy, as it will certainly draw attention, or to gain cover from snipers. To defend against this class, crouch or lay down behind cover as fast as possible, and wait for the smoke to clear out. Or use your own smoke inside of theirs if you are using the same class. Use the advantage of time to heal yourself or your vest. Combine this skill with an ally's Desperado's turret or a sleuth mod to mark your enemy so that allies can assist in shooting through the smoke. The Hacker. This is an aggressive support class. This should be used before closing in on an enemy to immobilize their operator skills and minimap, allowing you to overpower them without the concern of traps, shields, etc. It is especially useful when an enemy trap master is hiding in a building, but can also be used as a scout or to prevent a tank from aiming. To defend against this class, you need to be able to fight off an enemy without your classes. Use your sight and sound to locate the enemy, or wait it out. Combine this class with the scout to pinpoint the enemy and close in as quickly as possible. The Refiter. This is the most defensive class there is. Its passive ability can be extremely useful when using vehicles, and is especially a good class for anyone that likes to run with the tank. Its class skill is used between battles to replenish armor, and to help sustain more damage in a gunfight. There really isn't too much to this one. It does exactly what it says it does. It is a very useful class to have, and benefits the whole team. To defend against this class, you must make sure that you get a good hit on the enemy before they... Desperado. This is actually a defensive class, contrary to popular belief. The passive skill can be extremely useful, but getting a kill when down is not an easy task. If you are able to do so, you must revive yourself in the same manner you would revive a teammate. When using the class skill, it takes time to set up the turret. If the enemy sees you doing so, you are left vulnerable. Easy prey. This is best used when standing ground at an airdrop or prior to being ambushed if you see the enemy coming. To defend against this class, smoke the gunner to inhibit their vision, or use explosives to blow them up. You can also snipe them from a distance quite easily. Remember to always consider enemy locations, numbers, and gear. Also consider the safe zone. Whether you need to advance on your enemy, or if you can wait for them to come to you and ambush them. Use your ears and listen for enemies approaching. The sound of their footsteps can tell you not only direction and number, but also if they are on solid ground, wood, water, or metal. This will give away their location. Use your legs. Sliding and jumping can make you a difficult target. Hipfire can greatly utilize movement in battle. You can strafe the enemy, making yourself a difficult target. Never forget, if you have a team, to stay with them. There is power in numbers. Focus your fire on the same enemy, especially if you have them outnumbered. If you retreat, your team must retreat as a whole, and if your team engage, you must engage with them. A team moves as a unit. This is how a team overpowers any enemy. Divide and conquer. Last but not least, if you have a team, make sure they have the supplies they need. You will not have backup if your team do not have sufficient health kits or adrenaline, weapons, or armor. This concludes the briefing. Good luck, soldiers. If you enjoyed this intel and found it to be insightful, then please like this video. I encourage you to check this channel for more information. Jibba